Hello there, Crafty Carl here again. I've been asked to do another wee tutorial, and this time it's using my A4 slates, as you can see here. I've just went on ahead on the computer and created my own wee document. I've just did a nice wee floral background and a wee teacher's quote, which will easily sell at this time of the year. So it's basically the same thing really as what we were working with before with the oak freestanding blocks. It's just my take on it, quite easy. The same paper quality, which is, I found out this is 75 grams. Yes, it works quite well and it's quite flexible. So let's get started. Again, I love this Mod Podge. It works very well for me. I put it on quite smooth, and then that way it minimises the bubbles. So bear with me a wee minute to get it all on here. Give us a shout out, anybody, if you would like anything that you would like me to do as a tutorial. I'm quite willing to try anything. At the moment I'm just flat out with my bespoke frames, because I'm quite handy in the computer. I create quite a lot of personalised items for upcoming weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, etc. So I'm quite flexible at doing anything else really. Right, that is my slate, completely covered all the way down to the edges. See if I can move this camera here and you can see, oops, all the way to the edges here. Because we want our paper to overlap as much as possible, and I'll show you a wee trick that I like to do. So pop that back down again. There we are. So quite smooth, it's not on thick whatsoever. As I say, the same wee tips as the last tutorial. That's that. So here's your design. We're going to centre it. The good thing about the A4 slate, it prints off pretty central on your computer for this slate, because the page is A4 with just obviously a wee overhang from your slate. So I'm just centering this the best that I can, make sure it covers our edges as the best I can, and then the same with the freestanding block. Just lightly rub all the way over the top of it. And the thing with the slate is as well, whenever you're rubbing across, you're rubbing into the groove of the slate. So all these gorgeous natural lines and nooks and crannies from the slate is going to come up. They're all popping up, and we're smoothing over carefully here to get it all in and smooth out those wee lines as best as what we can due to the slate. It is a lovely added feature, and I've made about 20 of these so far. There's a few on my page there. You can see the different designs I've done. So that's that. Now what we want to do is don't overwork it. That is the biggest tip I can give you. Don't overwork it. What we're going to do now is just leave it to dry for about half an hour. So I'll pause the video and then come back. See you shortly. Okay, I'm back again. Hello again. Right, what I've got is just I've got a cloth and I've lightly wet it. Not completely soaked it, but just lightly wet it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up the slate and I'm just going to push into the edges here with this damp cloth. You probably think I'm mad at the minute here, but stay with me. You see why. So I'm going to do this in a way that you can see. So I'm just going into the edges, and what I'm doing, I'm actually going into the wee nooks and crannies of the edge of the slate. So we're just working the paper actually into it. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it's going to be easy now to pull away. So if I can push this down a bit, and you can see here, look, you can do this with a wee light brush as well if you want. And because the paper is so thin and easy worked with, what we're doing is just creating this wee look all the way around the edge of the slate to allow the paper to go in and out naturally with the slate, because it would look a bit boring if it was just a random straight line. So we're just feeding it. We're just feeding it into the nooks and crannies. And what can help as well is you pick up your wee nail file or emery board, whatever you want to call it, and we can go in there carefully to the wee nooks and crannies. Now this is a bit time consuming, so just take your time. It will be worth it. Don't rush it. Just go in and out to the wee nooks and crannies like I'm showing you here, and you will love the effect that it creates. The paper dries quickly again, just give it a wee extra rub here again and go into all the wee nooks and crannies. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes whenever I've it all done. Hello again. Right, I've put all the way around the slate, carefully just going around the edges here. I'll put this phone down a bit better. I need to get a better setup for these videos. Should I continue? So you can actually see here the edging. If I can put it up close, look. And it helps as well if you just smooth, get your cloth and just smooth around the edges. It really does give it a natural edging. And you can see the paper just working into the wee nooks and crannies, the edges of the slate. Oops, too close. So I've did it all the way around. Okay, as you can see there. And now what we're going to do is to give it our first seal. Now the same applies for first time round with the blocks. Whenever you're putting on your first coat, make sure that it's a light coat so the colours do not run and you don't overwork it. So, roller, I have some Mod Podge in here. Okay, and we're just going to dab, dab, dab lightly. Around the edges as well, don't forget about them. Okay, now get your roller flat and just lightly go over it. I can already see some colours picking up on my roller, sorry. So I'm going extremely careful and lightly. It's only at this side here because there's so much colour with all these wee flowers. Okay, and I'm just going to go around the edges here at the end, making sure that all of that is completely sealed, which it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is pause the video because I want this here to dry for about 45 minutes to an hour, completely seal, and then we'll go in and do a second coat. So you can see here, okay, that it's completely covered and right down to the edges. Don't worry if that looks white, that will just completely disappear. Okay, season about an hour. I forgot to mention, if you do see colours lifting onto your roller, now's the time to give it a quick rinse ready for whenever this is drying, to allow them for your second coat. So I'm going now just to give it a wee rinse, because I have to wait for this to dry anyway, because you don't want to obviously roll on a second coat with the roller sitting like this. Okay, see you shortly. Okay, nice clean brush, all dry. I just washed it and used a towel to towel dry it. So we're going in now with the second coat. I know this is a bit of a long process, so it would probably benefit yourself if you were maybe doing 3 or 4 at a time. I tend to do that to speed up the process, obviously, whenever I'm getting bits and pieces ready for my shop for sale. I would do so many at one time, or put it aside and work on something else rather than having to stand there and wait for it to dry. So there we go, there's another second coat on it. This time it's a lot better. The colours are not lifting because you give it that first lift, or that first coat, sorry, lightly. So there we go. We'll wait again now for this to dry, and I'll show you a wee additional thing that I add to the actual slates whenever they're fully dry. Okay, back shortly. Okay, it's all dry now. You can see the nice glossy. Look, see the light going on it there? Nice glossy finish. Lovely sheen from it. So quickly, I want to just show you what I add here, just a few wee bit of extras. I don't know if any of you have seen these wee things before. You can add wee pearl drops on here until the corners or the roses or anything else. I've got 2 sitting here. Okay, so you can add them on. I buy these wee extra 3D things that'll sort of sit out from the plaque. So for example, there's a wee love, and I've coloured it in purple, ready to go on here. I've also got some wee butterflies. It makes the slates nice because of these things sticking out, obviously 3D effect. Okay, and I've also got a few wee other pearl embellishments that I'm going to stick on. So that's the paints I've used again for the wee things, by the way. That's the wee acrylic paint markers that I was showing you in the last one. So you can colour anything really in quickly with those. And I use just a wee quick super glue. So watch your fingers. So first things first, we'll start and get these wee bits and pieces together. I've got my wee love one here, so I'm just going to glue the back of it. As I say, be careful because these super glues can be quite strong. Right, my glue's not coming out. I did pierce it. Let's try again. So here we are. See if that works. Oops, bear with me. Alright, finally got it opened. So yes, I'll start gluing these wee bits and pieces on. It makes all the difference. There we go. So you can really place it anywhere. So I'm just going to randomly pop all these across onto the slate, and then I shall lift it up and show you the finished look. Sorry. And another wee butterfly maybe. As I say, it does make all the difference whenever you've got kind of like a 3D effect on the slate. So as I was saying earlier, give me a shout if there's anything particular that you would like me to do. If you've been on my page and would like any advice about anything, just send me a wee message and we can put together another tutorial should you want it. So right, and I'm going to add these wee pearl drops here. They're quite easy. You can just sort of randomly pop them all across different wee places within your slate, and it does give it that lovely pearl effect. It is that the wee drops, just randomly pop them in wherever. And having this type of background, roses, it can be quite easy to overdo it because there's roses everywhere in the background of this wee one. But we'll not go too crazy. We'll just pop them in here and there, and these take about roughly 10-15 minutes to dry till they're completely set, and you can rub your finger over them then and they don't smudge or they don't come off. So as I say, I don't really want to overdo it, so I shall finishing off my butterflies, and I think that shall do me. Okay, so I shall show you here now. Look, if I can, I definitely need to get a better camera setup. So if you can get an idea of all the wee embellishments on, I'll try and hold up the slate here so you can see it like that. And I'll try and get a nice photograph of the finished look as well and pop it up on my page. Sorry, all my ribbons are hanging down. But you can get an idea. If there's anything that you're unsure about, sure you can send me a wee message here in the video. And please share the video to those that I might be able to help, because that's what it's all about, helping each other. So if I can get you a wee idea of the shine here. And it is a lovely piece finished. You can see all the wee embellishments all sticking out 3D like. You can add much more if you wish, but I just tend not to go over the top. Okay, try and give one last look up close. See them wee pearl effect drops that we've popped into the roses? It just gives it that little 3D effect. And as I say, other wee embellishments there that helps also. Right, well that's another tutorial over. It's a bit longer than the last one, obviously the due to drying in between and extra bits and pieces that we added in there. So I hope you like it. As I say, give us a shout if there's anything else you would like me to do. This is only my second video, so sorry if there's a bit annoying with the camera work or anything like that. That's about it really. Okay, and as I say, share out the video and help others. Thank you. Bye.